Hi, Premier. Some sad news this morning as a result of there's a woman killed in a BC housing-owned rooming house in downtown Eastside called the Arco. And I'm just wondering if this speaks to whether some of these supportive housing buildings are getting the proper wraparound support, which is also an issue that's been raised by Penticton when they rejected the shelter that's been run by BC Housing in Penticton. So do you have concerns around how these supportive housing facilities are being run, and how can the province do a better job to make sure that municipalities are supported?
Well, we're trying every day to do a better job. We inherited what we inherited when we came to government, and we set about trying to fix the things that were in front of us each and every day. Sometimes we hit the mark. Other times we acknowledge that we have more work to do. I'm not familiar with the case from the downtown east side, but I do know that we're working with the city of Penticton to try and find a way forward to address the needs of the people of Penticton. These are vulnerable populations, through no fault of their own, find themselves without a roof over their head. COVID has compounded the challenges that we face. We all know that. And it's meant that we've had to do things differently. We need to make sure that when our post-secondary institutions open up fully in the fall, that we are training more social workers, training more licensed practical nurses, training more people to address the mental health challenges in our communities. What I've heard repeatedly from the Union of BC Municipalities, which includes, of course, Penticton, is that we need to do more at the provincial level. We've appealed to the federal government for more funding through the Canada Health Transfer so that we can have the resources that British Columbians obviously understand we need to put into delivering services, wraparound services for vulnerable populations, particularly those grappling with addictions and mental health challenges. We need more resources to do that. The best way for us to come out of COVID-19, in my opinion, is for the federal government to renew the national commitment to publicly funded health care that meets the needs of everybody. That's what I'm going to be. It's my mission, quite frankly. Every time I talk to the Prime Minister, spoke to the Minister of Finance, Chrystia Freeland, earlier in the week, every time I talk to Ottawa, I say, let's have a new vision for health care. We need it. British Columbians will be demanding it.
Katie, do you have a follow-up?
Yes, specifically in regards to Vancouver, we have seen some quite high-profile incidents of violence, including the woman who was killed and the individual was tracked back to Strathcona Park. So I'm just wondering if you could sort of expand on, in regards to some of these incidents of violence, where is the balance between providing proper supports and providing policing and, again, protecting individuals who live in either these encampments or who live in the supportive housing facilities like this victim today?
Well, and again, a victim here in Victoria at Beacon Hill Park, or just outside of Beacon Hill Park, I stopped with my friend Carol James to spend a moment at the memorial that's building on Dallas Road. And memorials, too many memorials, quite frankly, whether it be on the Highway of Tears, whether it be in the downtown east side, whether it be in any community in British Columbia, as a result of reckless violence, unexplainable violence against people, largely women, is just not acceptable. And that's why we need to talk about, as we are, revamping the Police Act, not to reduce public safety, but to relieve those that are responsible for public safety from also being social workers and mental health experts. That means investments in healthcare. That means ensuring that we have sufficient people to provide the services that our fellow citizens need. It's a pretty straightforward formulation. If we don't have people to provide the services, there are going to be more and more people falling through the cracks, more and more people being exposed to violence or having their lives taken as a result of violence. Do we need to beef up public safety? Of course we do. But there's so much else packed into that statement. And again, I go back to the need for Canada. This is a nonpartisan statement. Liberals, New Democrats, Conservatives all need to focus on what defines us as Canadians over the past 12 months. Public health care. What have people been grateful for more than anything else? the providers of those services. What do we need to do as we come out of COVID-19? Invest in more people to provide the services that citizens require. That means a united national effort, and it has to start with Ottawa recognizing that now more than ever is the time to talk about healthcare, not after the fact, but right now.